Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Jess is on maternity leave, so Lauren Roques is filling in. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan Wood.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. Yeah, let's get into it. Please make sure you are registered to vote. A great resource is vote.gov. Hope you guys are registered. Hope you're encouraging your friends, your family to be registered to vote. Don't wait until Election Day and you're at the polls to figure it all out and be surprised, because then it's going to be too late. I say that because former President Donald Trump cast his ballot yesterday in Florida's primary election. While speaking to reporters,
I thought he was against early voting.
But he definitely voted early.
Trump has always said he didn't like early voting.
He went to the polls yesterday in Florida, and while speaking to reporters, he addressed the claim that Vice President Kamala Harris used artificial intelligence-generated photos to exaggerate the size of her rally crowds. Let's hear more from President Trump in Florida.
Well, I can't say what was there, who was there. I can only tell you about ours. We have the biggest crowds ever in the history of politics.
So over the weekend, Trump claimed a picture shared from Harris's rally at the Detroit Metro Airport, saying that her campaign AI'd it. The Harris campaign responded to the claim on Truth Social by posting a video of Harris arriving at the airport and being greeted by that large crowd. Now, Trump also rallied in North Carolina yesterday, where he laid out his plans for the economy if he's elected to the White House in November. During a rally in Asheville, North Carolina, Trump said he'll make living more affordable. Let's hear more from former President Trump.
We will target everything from car affordability to housing affordability to insurance costs to supply chain issues. We have the worst supply chain we've ever had in the history of the country. In a situation with insurance like it is right now, you can't get it, no matter what you pay. But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast, not only with insurance, with everything. Just so you know, they stopped it, and it was terrible what they did. That's what caused the whole problem in the country, even with supply chains. I mean, it just caused a problem. And then they said, go back to the Trump plan now. Now they're drilling. But the day after the election, if they win this election, the drilling stops.
I mean, that's what people want to hear about. But I thought Joe Biden drilled more than any president. Or am I making this up?
Or did they say Barack drilled more than any president?
I thought it was Biden.
I can't remember.
Maybe I'm making this up. But that's what people want to hear about. I mean, whoever can speak to the issues and convince people that they will be better off financially over the next 80-plus days, they're going to win the election. But I'm telling y'all right now, Trump's economic plan will not include stimulus checks. I know y'all think there's going to be more stimmies, more PPP loans, but y'all keep forgetting you didn't get that money out of the goodness of anybody's heart, okay? That was because there was a global pandemic. Millions of people had to die in order for you to get that money, okay? That's not happening this time around.
The world had to stop for you to get that money.
Unless, of course, there's another pandemic, which we hope there's not.
No. Newsweek is saying Biden drilled more.
Biden drilled more?
According to Newsweek.
Okay.
I believe that is true.
Appreciate that, Lauren. Yeah, so elsewhere in political news, Minnesota Governor and vice presidential candidate Tim Walz is agreeing to take part in a vice presidential debate hosted by CBS News. The event will take place on October 1st in New York City. Walz said on his X profile that he would agree, while Ohio Senator and Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance said he would like to debate Walz more than once. Now, while speaking on Fox News, Vance said he strongly suspects he would also attend. The running mate of Donald Trump went on to say that he wanted a real debate that involved looking at moderators, discussing rules, and having a real audience. So you guys interested in seeing a vice presidential debate? Multiple ones, anyways?
Sure, I think it's needed.
Why not? I guess not really. I mean,
I kind of felt the same.
I'm here for the main event.
Yeah, why not? Though?
I'm here for the main event, the VP versus Trump. It's cool. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Those opening fighters, we don't care, huh?
Nah, not really.
Not this time around.
Yeah, get to the nitty gritty. I agree. And just switching gears and some other news, there have been multiple reports that hackers have stolen 2.7 billion records that include personal information from apparently a lot of people. Okay, a lot of Americans, people from the UK, and people in Canada, all impacted by this hack, though. So the group is called USDOD, not to be confused with the Department of Defense. But Social Security numbers, physical addresses, and other personal information were stolen from the National Public Data Platform. You know, that's the platform where employers, staffing agencies, investigators, they do their background checks. So according to a class action lawsuit filed in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and as reported by the LA Times. Now, this hack, again, has impacted a lot of people, and hackers were looking to sell that information for $3.5 million. However, that information and data has already started leaking. So officials are warning that you use credit monitoring services, use multiple passwords for different logins. You know, don't use the same password for the same logins. You know, whether you're logging into your bank or your Facebook, change the passwords. Use two-factor authentication. And of course, as I mentioned just a moment ago, change your passwords regularly. I recently spoke to an ethical hacker, Tiffany Ricks. Shout out Tiffany Ricks of Hackware, about protecting yourself in this cyber world, and a BIN exclusive. So you can check out that conversation this Sunday on the Black Information Network, BINnews.com.
What are ethical hackers? People who like break into stuff just to see what's possible, but they're not really trying to steal nothing?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So isn't that cool? Like, you know, be on that side of it. But at the end of the day, you got to understand that there are people who are not so ethical. So, yeah, we appreciate people like Tiffany Ricks. And yeah, check out that conversation, The Black Perspective, on BINnews.com on Sunday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. We will speak with her.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you next hour for Front Page News. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is here filling in for Jess. And let's get in some Front Page News. What up, Morgan?
What up? So, yeah, President Biden, we're gearing up for the Democratic National Convention. He is expected to address the DNC in Chicago next week. He will deliver a speech during the convention's opening night, which is Monday, highlighting his partnership with Vice President Kamala Harris, who is now the Democratic nominee for president. The convention comes weeks after Biden ended his re-election campaign due to pressure from his own party and endorsed Harris. Now, former President Obama, former President Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton are also expected to give remarks during the week's 4-day event.
Serious question. Why? Why? Like, I feel like
why Obama? Why?
No. Why President Biden? I feel like the DNC should be focusing on the future. Like, the elder statesman in the Democratic Party right now should be President Barack Obama, and it should be highlighting, you know, the new presidential candidate who is Kamala Harris, and it should be Gretchen Whitmer, and it should be Governor Shapiro, and it should be Wes Moore, and it should be Secretary Pete Buttigieg. No, I don't.
He has some supporters.
Wait,
He
Joe
has to have.
Biden?
You don't want to hear from the
president.
president, bottom line is what you're essentially saying.
Also, too, did y'all see the debate? We can't, y'all.
Yeah, why do that? Why
He
put
might
him,
get
why,
up and
why
we
put him
don't-
up there and do that again? Like, why? We know what we're going to see. Why do that?
Everybody got that one friend that you can't put on speakerphone. Right now, Biden is that. We need to
Biden is
please stay on
You can't put on speakerphone.
Delaware, y'all know I'll be with us, but I need Biden to just kind of sit back with the
He
OG.
is the president.
But
The
it's
good
too
thing
risky.
is that it is at least on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So there's at least Tuesday.
Oh, they got him
Wednesday,
on
Thursday.
opening night.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
Y'all playing the president right
it's
now.
It's a
Like,
hand off the baton type of thing, I guess,
Yeah.
you know, in terms of
Did you
optics.
watch the debate?
you put the slowest person first,
No,
so
that's
everybody
just
can
go
come
ahead.
behind him?
I like that. Monday night, go ahead and get that out the way then. Just that's,
Get it
I
out
guess,
the way, right.
that's the respect, I guess. Go ahead and get that out
So
the
you
way.
get on at 5 o'clock, nobody gonna be watching?
I don't
People
wanna
gonna be
see that.
walking in?
I don't want. I just,
Oh my gosh.
I just
So,
want to see a heavy
speaking-
focus on the now and the future. That's what I
But
want
he's
to have
still
a
the
focus
president,
on.
though.
Yeah, well, you know, he's still the president, so, you know, let's give him put some respect on
Allegedly.
his name, and he
Allegedly.
can, he
We don't
can
know
pass
what's
the
happening
baton
right now.
off to his Democratic nominee. So the Secret Service and Chicago officials are reassuring the public that they are confident in the security plan for the upcoming DNC. CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling says his department will be able to manage the tens of thousands of people joining rallies and marches outside of the United Center, adding that demonstrators have the right to protest, but rioting will not be tolerated. Let's hear more from CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling.
We're not going to allow you to riot. Protesting and rioting are two different things.
So street closures and parking restrictions started yesterday and will continue into next week. The DNC runs August 19th through the 22nd. Meanwhile, New York City Mayor Eric Adams plans on highlighting the migrant crisis when he heads to the DNC in Chicago next week. And now Adams says he'll be meeting with the national Democratic leaders to talk about the issue, and he'll be speeding up work authorization for migrants. Let's hear more from Mayor Adams.
Leaders, they state that, Eric, we will take migrants and asylum seekers because we need workers, we need populations in our municipalities, but they have to be able to work. My number one chant, we need to find ways to allow the migrants and asylum seekers to work. That is the big initiative.
We need to be meeting with the activists and the people in the community, who are against the migrant crisis, and talk to those people and see how the migrant crisis has impacted them. That's who they need to be talking to.
So he says he hopes the Democratic presumptive nominee, of course, Harris, can help lawmakers come up with a bipartisan long-term agreement on border security and migrant relocation efforts. Now, Adams has criticized the Biden-Harris administration in the past for not doing enough to help New York City with the migrant crisis.
Well, you told them to come there, Adams. Let's like everybody, we're not going to let none of the Democrats off the hook who were saying they had sanctuary cities, and they were saying, come on in. Come on in, come on in. And that's when Republicans started shipping them. And then that's when they was like, everybody stop. It's too much. That's what they were trying to tell you from the beginning, but you didn't want to listen.
Those buses and those planes got to be a bit much. Yeah, so switching gears in unfortunate news. Everybody has had a taste of the famous Amos cookies, right? I mean, who hasn't gone to a vending machine and got a famous Amos cookie? The founder of famous Amos Cookies has died at the age of 88. Wally Amos Jr. died on Tuesday at his Honolulu home from complications of dementia, according to his family. Amos, who was born in Tallahassee, Florida, opened the first famous Amos cookie shop on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And in Hollywood, that's Florida, in 1975. His cookie brand went on to become one of the best-known names in baked goods. In a statement, his family said Amos was a great American success story and a source of Black pride, adding that they know he would love it if you had a chocolate chip cookie today. So maybe grab a cookie, feel better.
Salute to the good brother, Wally Amos, famous cookies. I don't know why I thought he would have been older than 88, though. 88 seems relatively young. Because famous Amos has been around my whole life, but I'm also only 46.
Yeah.
So that shows you how short life is.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time. They said that I think he got his first loan from Marvin Gaye, and that's how he was able to open up that store.
Oh, wow.
Super dope.
He was in movies and stuff back in the day, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know that.
They started posting some of the clips from the different stuff that he was in.
Oh, word?
Online, yeah. I saw it on Twitter.
All right.
That's so fascinating. All right, so that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. You can follow me on socials at Morgan Media, and be sure to check out more news coverage at the Black Information Network, BINnews.com.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.